Hi, Q Menendez. Hi, what's happening? Hi, Vance. Good morning, Kate. Good morning, Jess. Morning, Jennifer. It's alright with me. Everybody's over on Instagram today. Facebook is like, there's one person there. Two. Come on, Facebook. You can do it. Good morning, Robin. It's early. Good morning, Bridget. Good morning, Valerie. Good morning, Alfie. Good morning, Denise. Yes, you count. Yes. Good morning, Fauna. How are you? Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Erica. Good morning, Cherie. Julius hums when he's playing the piano. Good morning, everyone. How is everybody? Hi, Patty. How are you? I hope you're all doing well this morning. You know I got to do all these little bits. Let's see. Wait, where to do it? Let's put this back up there. You guys ready? It's time to what? Wake up.
Wake up. It's the morning. Wake up. The day is dawning. Wake up. It's time to start the day. So everybody's now.
Good morning, Quanos. Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Billy.
Wake up. The day is dawning. Wake up. It's time to sleep. So everybody's now. Wake up. Wake up.
How was everybody? Did you like that? That's okay. So that's my new wake up. Has a feel of Al Jarreau. Has a feel of very like Folgers coffee in the morning. Very. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. Morning, Nancy. Good morning, Frank. It is Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Good morning, Dana. It is Wednesday, June 10th in the year of our Lord 2020. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I cut my hair yesterday. Feeling very cute. Listen, got a little sun on the face. Feeling very relaxed right now, so it's all good. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all having moments of joy surrounded by moments of love. Let us remember to come to each other with kindness and love. Yesterday was the final homegoing services for George Floyd. Now, you all know, I think you all have been paying. Good morning, Rick. How are you? Good morning, Trenton. Good morning, Kenrick. If you've been following what has happened, they had services in Minneapolis. Good morning, Matthew. And then they had services in North Carolina because apparently he had connections there to the Fayetteville area. And then he was flown to Houston, where he was raised, to be laid to rest next to his mother. So good morning, Mother. How are you? So that was yesterday. But this fight is not done, and don't think it is. You keep protesting, keep speaking out. Remember to register and to vote. Registering and voting is a key part of the protesting and the speaking out. It can't just stop there. It can't stop after a week. We have to continue. We have to continue. We have to continue. The more mayors we know who can put Black Lives Matter down on those streets and change the names of streets outside courthouses and things, that's great. Listen, that's how we got all those Martin Luther King Jr. boulevards. But we got to continue to work. Okay. And with this. I mean, it continues to, this puzzle continues to place itself. You know what I'm saying? That George Floyd had worked with Derek Chauvin, the racist officer who got fired, who's arrested now and charged. Morning, Darren Lee. They had worked together at some nightclub, and there was someone who worked with them. There was some beef, and good morning, E. Clayton. So it's not like it was just this. I don't know. I don't know. There may have been some retaliation. There may have been. There's a lot more to this story than we know. What we do know is former officer Derek Chauvin was racist. and he has been arrested and charged, and let's see that he is found guilty. Good morning, Troy. How are you? We're going to stay on it. We can't let this one go. We can't let any of them go from this point on. Anytime there's something and if it seems suspect and fishy, we're going to look into it. Good morning, Keith. Okay, speaking of suspect and fishy, so, there were 5 states that had some primaries yesterday. 2 of them were Nevada and Georgia. And no worries, Troy. I'm good, Mother, thank you. The Nevada and Georgia yesterday, there was a lot going on with the voting machines, and there were people who were outraged because they're like, you were trying to suppress our votes, you were trying to keep us from voting. This is also that thing we need. Why are we still voting on Tuesdays? At what point was Tuesday the day that nobody was in the fields, nobody was milking cows, nobody was building sheds? Whatever it was, Tuesday was the day. We are no longer in that time, and it's something else that we can change on the books. Why are we not voting on a Saturday when most people have the day off? So it's not I got to run to the voting booth on my lunch hour. It's Saturday. I got a full day of easiness. Only people who have to take off the people who work in barbershops. It should be on a day that, or it should be a national holiday where nobody's working, so everyone can get out and vote. So there's not a question of I can't do this because of this. Oh no, everybody has the day off. It's voting day. Why have we not looked into that? We need to look in. Listen, again, all the things we need to be writing down and remembering, because I'm not going to remember all of it. I need some of you all to remember as well. Good morning, Elizabeth Joy. Voting day is a national holiday. I mean, really. Why not? Listen, take back Thanksgiving and give me voting day. I'll give you that. Because I can make my turkey anytime. I'm not concerned. We can make that turkey on the weekend too. But figure out what that needs to be so that we have voting day as a day off in this country. Good morning, Doug. Good morning, Trisha. Did I miss anybody? Good morning, David. You guys know, it's Mr. Toad who's in the White House. This whole thing, it's going to be wild with voting machines and the length of time it takes to count absentee ballots and everything. It's going to be a wild ride. And when he is voted out, by the popular vote and by the, you know who they are. The other one. You know what I'm saying. Somebody put it up in a second. I can't think of it right now. Anyway, we'll get back to it. I haven't had my ginkgo biloba yet. Good morning, Michaela. When we have to make sure the next step is like, how y'all getting him out of the White House? Electoral College. Thank you, E. Clayton. See, I knew somebody would come up with it. Thank you, sir. Good morning, Johnny. Have we started thinking what we need to do to get he and malaria out of the White House? And did you all see the other day, somebody posted and it laid me out. It's like malaria was saying something about we have to be good and kind to each other. And somebody said, why don't you take a seat somewhere over there? You got that man at that White House with you, third lady. And I was like, third lady. I had to it laid me out. Because, here's the thing. If we really did things the way the churches do, like if he had 3 living wives, he'd never be president. You can't even be a deacon or a deaconess in the church if you got 2 living spouses. So how are you going to be president with 3 living wives? That's it. Crickets. Good morning, Stephen. Where else? What else we need to talk about? Oh. 3 things. If you all haven't seen it, I'm sure you will see. There is a We See You WAT. I think it's .org. It's We See You White American Theater. Is a letter, a manifesto that was written about what's happening on Broadway. I leave that at your feet as a journalist. I say no more. Take it. Go read it. Sign if you feel the need and want to. It is there. I think it's WeSeeYouWAT.org or .com. You'll be able to find it. Good morning, Soprano. Good morning, Peter. How are you? Good morning, Mark. So 2 things. Do you all remember the story of the 2 kids from Idaho who were missing? Little boy JJ Fallow and his sister, and the mother seemed not to care, but the mother had like just divorced the father and was married to another man whose wife had just died. And then then the woman who's still alive, her children went missing. And then then she and her new husband, who may have killed his wife, moved to Hawaii without thinking at all about the kids missing. Well, then they finally brought her back to answer some questions. Good morning, Chris. And they found some remains, and they think it may be of the kids. That's what I was getting around to. Good morning. Is that Dion Figgins, Miss D Figs? Good morning. So it's just, first of all, it's like what were y'all waiting on? 2 kids are missing and have been missing for 9 months, a year. The mama don't seem to care, but has gotten married to a man whose wife just died, and then they moved to Hawaii, not thinking about the kids. At that point, listen, I would have said, can we get a Concorde? Because I know they left 6 hours ago, but we need to beat them to Hawaii so we can take her right back to Idaho. Right back. Good morning, Saren. I mean, just full craziness. Full craziness. Good morning, Mike. How are you? Mike, I'm so sorry to hear you all. It was just announced that for the first time, and I can't remember how many years it was. The first time in many, many decades that the Muni in St. Louis won't be doing shows this summer. So it's sad for the people of St. Louis. It's sad for all the actors who work there and love that place, and all those who are a part of the Muni there. So that's sad to hear. It's sad to hear that we are still in this. And apparently, as Dr. Fauci said yesterday, he's like, y'all are wearing me out. This has been a lot. Mike just said 102 years the first time that the Muni won't be doing performances. So I'm sorry to hear that. Sending you love from the beach. Dr. Fauci apparently is like, this is y'all, COVID is a mess. He's like, I'm like, this is the word. This one's crazy. He's been saying that, and it's like because people out have. There was a picture of the gays in Hell's Kitchen this weekend who just couldn't not be out having drinks without masks on in the middle of 9th Avenue. Y'all know if you know New York, you know how dirty 9th Avenue is on a good day. And then you out in the streets with your mask off and drinking drinks and everything because you're just so tired of being in the house. You're so tired of being in the house. People were tired of being slaves for 400 years. People are tired of being lynched and still having to talk about it in 2020. People are tired of dying of diseases that we should have had vaccinations for, that we should have had cures for, but our pharmaceutical companies make more money keeping you sick and taking a pill than healing you. So, we all tired. But you all need to take your bony asses and get them off of the streets, put your masks on because people are still dying and there's going to be a second wave and it's going to be like a tsunami if we don't start acting right. A tsunami, that's a Tsunami, tsunami. Pull it together, people. All right, and the last thing, then we're going to get to the birthdays. Good morning, Leslie. Good morning, Kenya. Did I miss anybody? Good morning, Ruth. So, y'all know that the Police Benevolent Association. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Quiet Sea Turtle. You all know that they're a union. They are part of the AFL-CIO, as are all the unions in all the unions in the country. So, SAG-AFTRA is a member of the AFL-CIO. Actors Equity Association is a member of the AFL-CIO. PBA is a member of the AFL-CIO, but because the police officers have been acting crazy and just like talking out the sides of their necks, all because we are hurt and blah, blah, blah. You are not hurt. You only have to work for like 25 years, then you get your full retirement and you can do whatever you want to do. You keep all that health care and everything else. And y'all are doing the hurting. So please don't stand up there when you have not a black or brown person standing behind you. And I don't remember seeing any women either standing behind you when it's just a bunch of middle-aged Irish and Italian men screaming how they are so hurt. Y'all better go take a seat beside Third Lady, because we are not hearing that. You are the one doing the hurting. You are the one abusing your power, and it is going to stop. It is going to stop. All of this, and I've been saying it for a long time, you know I have. If police officers can beat somebody, kill somebody, strangle somebody, knock somebody down the stairs, and they're put on desk duty and they still get a check, no. If I punch somebody in the face of the theater, guess what happens? They send me home. No money, no nothing. That's what happens to you. You do something crazy, you go home, no money, no desk duty, no check at the end of the week, no nothing. You sit home until it is investigated and we know that you didn't do anything wrong. Because if you can shoot somebody 17 times and just be put on desk duty and still get your money, why do you care? You don't. Anyway, just things we're going to be aware of right now. Oh, look at this. Look at this skin, y'all. I was talking to James. If you all didn't see it, I talked to James Harkness the other day on Native Son Now. And when I was like, James has the most gorgeous skin and freckles all over the place. And I was like, we have held up well because neither of us is 22 anymore. All right. Anyway, let's get to the birthdays and we can get you all out of here. Birthdays. Ooh. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Jen Taylor, Mark Janis, Heiko Bear, Todd McKim, William Thompson, Jeff Shaban, Alisa Kleinhauser, Jeremy Webb, Paige Parks Aid, Erica Aubrey, Nick Adams, and yesterday David English, Al Caputo, Jonathan DeKuchitz, Henry Putnam, Aaron Avelis, Sean Baptiste, and Lindsay Jones. Happy birthday to you. Now it's time to open up the hymn books, see what God has done. Open up those hymn books so you can run. Open up the hymn books. If you all will open up your hymn books, let me get the angels back out and ready. Thank you, angels. Yeah, we've heard on high. If you open up your hymn books to Luke, with a liquid U, Luke chapter 9, verse 23. That's right, Johnny. Today it's also Hattie McDaniel's birthday. Oh, I almost forgot about that. You just mentioned it's Hattie McDaniel's birthday. Did you all hear? Hold on, angels. We'll be back to you. Before we get to the angels, did you all hear? Was it HBO or somewhere? They're taking Gone with the Wind away from their choices. Streaming, may have been Netflix, because it glorified slavery. Because did y'all remember for the premiere of Gone with the Wind, it was in Atlanta because they had women in hoop skirts and blah blah blah, and they wanted to have this southern blah blah blah. So I get them taking on it. It's one of my favorite movies. Hattie McDaniels is amazing in this movie. But I get why they're taking it up, because people don't know, and until we know our history, until we really understand the history of this country, we should not be glorifying that period in any way, because there are still people who may believe that the Confederacy won, and they didn't. Is that news to anybody? I hope that's not news to anybody. The Confederacy did not win. They did not win. They did not come close. Didn't. All right. Let's go back to the angels. Thank you, angels. There they are. Luke chapter 9, verse 23. Then he said to the crowd, "If any of you wants to be my follower, you must turn from your selfish ways, take up the cross daily, and follow me." Yeah, they're putting it back at a later date. Yes. Luke 9:23. Then he said to the crowd, "If any of you wants to be my follower, you must turn from your selfish ways, take up the cross daily, and follow me." As believers, we should all be asking, what does it mean to follow Jesus? In a nutshell, it means living lives that are countercultural. Jesus was hated by the leaders of his time because his teachings went against the wisdom of the world, and they still do. God calls us to serve others, give generously, to be brave, to love the least of these, and to walk by faith and not by sight. Good morning, Jarvis. Our world pushes us away from all of these values. Consider in what ways God is calling you to take up the cross and follow him. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of his word. Y'all know that taking up the cross is sometimes, listen, it's getting out and doing something. You can't sit, good morning, Larry. You cannot sit back and wait for somebody else to do what you need to do. And that goes for anything. If you have an idea, don't sit back and wait for somebody else to come up with the idea. It's already yours. God's already given it to you. If you were sitting up and waiting for somebody else to stand up in the halls of justice and say what you want to say, God's already given it to you. Why are you waiting for somebody else? You're the one. You're the voice. Stand up and be counted. You want to be his follower, you must turn away from the selfish ways of just being okay with what things are right now and not doing and watching but not saying anything. When you see that there is wrong being done, we have to start saying something about it. We have to start being our brother's keepers. And we have to start looking over our brother and say, you know that was wrong and this is why it was wrong. We got to a point where it's like, you don't even want to say anything to kids on the train because they're screaming and throwing paper around and everything because you don't know what they're going to do. It's like, at some point, we have got to teach these young kids who may not know. Let's not do that. Let's be aware of other people. Let's be aware of how we can help each other out as opposed to destroying things for everybody. We're going to figure this out, you all. I know we are. We're on the road, but it's a long road. It ain't like going to 34th Street to 36th. It's a long road. It's like going from Maine all the way down and over into Chile. It's a long road, but we're going to do this. Ha! Founder just said, her big bro said, don't be a sheep, be a shepherd. And on that note, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for that. I love you all so much. Thank you, angels. We will talk to you all later. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And we'll see you on Friday at 10 a.m. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. I love you all so much. Bye, Facebook. Bye.